Hi again, my name is David Pagani from Global Specialty Products USA. I am the Technical Director at GSP USA. Today I am with Dan from Spray Equipment and Coatings, or SprayEZ. And Dan is going to basically run the Surfax Flush 2000 through the spray foam equipment, Part A isocyanates. Are we going to run Part B as well?
No, just Part A.
Just Part A. So we're going to do Part A today. And Dan is going to explain to us how he runs the Surfax Flush 2000 through his system, and the procedure, the pressure, the time, temperature, etc., etc. Dan, please take it from here.
Okay, like you said, my name's Danny. I'll be doing the flushing demonstration. We'll be flushing on the A side, the isocyanate side. And I'm going to demonstrate the procedure that I do. And it's fairly simple. You just got to pay attention to the flush. The Surfax Flush is a really good product. But one of the issues that most people run into with it is once they pull up that Surfax Flush, you start pushing the A out. If at any time, any point in that flushing procedure, you let that stuff stop and sit still momentarily, it can clog your system up. What it does is that the flush has a chemical reaction, sitting still with the ISO, and it'll gum it up and it will lock your system up pretty quick. So you got to be babysitting this the whole time you're doing it to make sure it runs the whole time. The problem is once you start flushing, and the more it flushes and cuts the ISO, the Surfax Flush will thicken up, become more viscous. The more viscous it becomes, the slower the drum pump will run, and then once it gets to a certain point, it can stop the drum pump, and then now it's setting with the ISO, and it's going to react and gum up. So that's one of the key points of flushing, is to make sure you constantly keep this product moving through the system. I'm going to start off. What I like to do is I like to get the majority of the ISO out, or put a buffer in between the Surfax Flush and the isocyanate that's in the system. So what I'll do is I'll pull up a slug of hydraulic oil first, and that acts as my buffer, and it pushes the majority of the ISO out before the flush comes in. And once I get that in, and get the hydraulic oil out, ISO out, hydraulic oil out, and get the flush moving out, then I'm going to show you how you recircle the system. It's just a constant cleaning process. And all you're going to take your hose and set over to your flush bucket, just let it constantly recircle.
In reality, Dan, instead of hydraulic oil or buffer that Dan is talking about, which is a great point, is you have access to another product called NZD IsoFlush, isocyanates cleaner, which is a neutralizer. And in this case, you could also use NZD IsoFlush to buffer the system, to remove the majority of the ISO, especially if you've got a lot of hardened material, then you definitely want to go back and do Surfax Flush 2000. But in this case, we are going to follow the procedure that Dan has been using for the past 4 years?
Actually, about 7.
7 years. For the past 7 years. And we're going to follow his procedure and his recommendation and take it from there. Dan?
We discussed that we're going to do a flushing procedure today on the A side. Okay. Now you can do this for the Surfax Flush. You can use for a couple different scenarios. Today we're going to demonstrate for setting it up for long-term storage. You're not using the equipment for 6 months. You want to set up through the winter. So I'm going to run this flush through it and set it up, and then we're going to run in another product, Surflube, behind it. And the Surflube is going to be your storage medium. It's going to be left in the hose. Once you're done, you can set it up and put everything away. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. First of all, I had mentioned that I like to pull hydraulic oil up first, as a slug to get the majority of the A out of the system. So what I got here is some regular Tractor 303 color ball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the drum pump over into my hydraulic oil bucket. Now I'm going to go ahead and get it going and pull the hydraulic oil.
Right now the hydraulic oil is going through the A side.
Through the A side. I'm drawing the hydraulic oil up into the A side. And I'm going to draw all the fluid up. Okay, once I get that fluid up in there, I'm going to pull it out of my bucket here. Slide the pump down a little bit. Okay, and now, before I pull my flush up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw up a little bit of air. I want an air pocket in there too.
Right.
I try to get a little air pocket in, so what that does, this gives me an indication of when my next fluid is coming.
Sure.
So we're going to stop right there. When we pull the hydraulic oil up, we're going to set that off to the side. Now you're going to have a nice clean bucket for your surface flush. 2 valves. Okay, we got a 150 foot of hose on the system.
154.
Plus the machine and transfer line. So each 50 foot section holds about a half gallon of product.
Okay.
So roughly we're going to start off with 2 gallons of product.
Right.
And then we'll pull that up, and if we need to add more to it, we'll add to get it the system full.
Sure.
So a couple gallons. Normally what I'll do is, I got an air pocket in there, but there's a little bit of oil left in the
over
pump.
oil. Yep.
So push the ball up at the bottom, get the majority of the oil out. Now we're going to set it over into our flush bucket. And we're going to start drawing the flush up just via the drum pump. Now I can go ahead and open up my fluid valve on my manifold block on the A side. As you can see, the hydraulic oil is coming out. It's already done. At this point, this is where all the A would be pushed out of the system. You'd have a trash bucket to put the A in, and then once the oil comes out, you put the oil in another trash bucket. And a little bit too.
So now you see more clear liquid. That's a good indication that the surface is coming out.
Yes, the Surfex is coming out now. It's mixed with the hydraulic oil.
Right.
And normally you would get that little spit of air.
Right.
But my air pocket doesn't seem to be working just yet. You see it spit a little bit.
Yeah.
Once we got the A coming out, just the majority of the the ISO flush, then we're going to take it and stick it over into our ISO bucket, or flush bucket.
Yes.
We'll just take this over, set it into our flush bucket. And we're going to turn it back on. And now let it just recirculate through the system.
Exactly. For how long will you let it recirculate the system?
Typically, if it's not a real dirty system, if you don't have a bunch of crystallized ISO in the system that you know of, then typically I'll flush it for about an hour. Now, if you fight with crystallization and you got it through your hose and it's built up in your hose, then you may end up flushing all day long. It's a matter of how dirty the system is.
The good thing about using SprayEZ is that if you've got a lot of hardened material, you've got the right product here. It will clean the system really good.
Now I'm running it through the fluid block, the gun manifold fluid block. You can detach the whip hose from the fluid block. Now you can open in the hose. You can just tie wrap the hose to the handle, and you don't have to stay there and hold it. Yeah. But this is the part of the process that's really important. It's imperative that you keep this fluid moving. I touched base on it earlier. As it cuts the isocyanate in the system, the flush becomes more viscous. It thickens up. It will slow your drum pump down. It will stop it, and then you have just minutes to react and get it flowing again. If not, you're going to be replacing the hose. That's right. Leave on your hose. Normally, I skipped over this step because I already had it set up. But what I normally do is I'll set my drum pump air pressure up to about 140 psi just to pull product up into the system. And once I get the flush in the system and start flushing the system, I'll drop my drum pump pressure back to about 40 to 60.
40 to 60 psi. I think at 140 psi, you push the solvent through, SprayEZ Flush 2000 through really fast and get everything out. It's a very good pressure.
Now, I have used hose heat before to help kind of heat the product up, but GSP recommends the product be run at room
temperature only.
Yeah, the ambient temperature.
Right. Only Cerdiba crystallized isocyanate resin remover. If you've got a little bit of crystallized material on your cup packaging surface, metal surface, that you want to submerge the entire metal cup packaging or heat exchanger system inside a bucket, a metal bucket, then you can heat up the Cerdiba crystallized iso. But the SprayEZ Flush 2000, the way the product is formulated, that you don't have to heat it. You just use it at room temperature, and it will do the job.
Okay, we're gonna accelerate our process here. Okay, you see how I got it flowing? Pushed it out with the hydraulic oil slug, get the majority of the ISO out of the system. And the reason I do that is because depending on you want the ratio of ISO to the SprayEZ Flush to be very minimal. You want as much of that ISO out of the system as possible. Therefore, you have less chances of it reacting once it stops on it.
Right.
And that's the key to the slug.
Exactly. And especially when you have if you have a small amount of moisture within the system with the ISO, with the hydraulic fluid will basically clean out it grabs most of the moisture through with the ISO. Then whatever is left with the Surface Flush 2000, it won't do the job.
And normally, you see the color of the isocyanate, of the perfect flush, sorry,
Which is clear.
which is clear. Normally when I'm flushing the system, as the color will change from clear to, it'll start getting darker and darker. The more isocyanate it cuts, the darker it gets, the thicker it gets. So once it starts thickening up and you notice your drum pump is starting to slow down, it's getting too thick. Now what you want to do is you're going to stop it just for a second and we're going to clean the stuff out of the stuff that we already got in the system. We're going to use another trash bucket and get it out of the system, and we're going to add more fresh flush to the system. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pressure stuff in there. And the stuff that's already been cut, I don't want it run back into my fresh stuff I put in the bucket and wash it out. Make sure I get any trash out of the bucket. Now I'm going to add some more flush to it. What we're doing is making sure we get the dirty flush out. It's already been used. And we'll put into the trash bucket, and now we're going to go right back into our clean bucket with our clean flush and continue to recircle. And normally I'll do this until it's totally clear. Until it's clear. Once my flush comes out, the color that it goes into the bucket initially, clear, then I know my system's clean. And as clean as I got it, or I can get it. And like I said, depending on how dirty your system is, it may be a longer process than an hour, but typically it takes about an hour to flush the flush.
But you already could see that the second one is much lighter than the first one.
Yeah. And normally when I'm flushing, I also like to cycle the machine, the high pressure pump system while I'm flushing. For this demonstration, I'm not going to do it, but typically I would go in and turn the machine on, put it in work mode, lower your working pressure of the machine because you don't need to be recirculating this stuff at 1500 psi as your spraying pressure. So you reduce your pressures down about 500 psi on the machine, high pressure pump side, and then turn the machine to work mode, let it cycle several times, 4 or 5 times, just so the product moves through your pump system too, right, and the front and back side of your pump.
But then, how often do you flush the pump?
Me personally, I've never flushed the B-side.
Okay.
I've never ever flushed the B-side. I've always left the product in the B-side because typically they're oil-based there's no hardening to them. They never harden. They never leave a residue.
Okay.
Although if you prefer to clean your boot side or your poly side, then you can use the same ISO.
Unless there was a used equipment, then that you want to flush the whole
Exactly.
system.
Yeah, if you're purchasing a system from somebody used, both sides I would think you clean them.
Right.
And the thing about buying used equipment too, if it's flushed and stored correctly, then it's a good cost saving. Somebody wants to get into the business, it's a little cheaper for it.
Right.
But if it's not flushed correctly and not stored correctly, now more than likely you're going to be replacing all A-side components on that used system.
Sure.
Okay, now that we've flushed our system, okay, and now what we're going to do, like I said before, we're going to store it. We're going to set it up for long-term storage. So with that being said, now we need to pull in the surf fluid. What we're going to do is going to stop. We're going to stop our flush valve. Right? Same thing with the surf lube, the storage medium.
Clear liquid.
Clear liquid, you're going to start off about 2 gallons. We're going to start off with a couple of gallons, and we're going to do the same procedure that I did, switching from the hydraulic oil to the SurfX Flush. Get it off to the side.
So you can see already the difference between the first run and the second run. How the second run is more clear, and it's got all the iso cyanide part out.
Now once again, I'm going to run the pump in air. I'm going to open the fluid block up. You have to have that open.
So one thing about the use of SurfX Flush 2000 compared to acetone, NK, or NMP-based product, in a day like this, which is almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you hardly smell any. The product doesn't have any bad odor. It doesn't emit any hazardous ingredients that may cause any kind of health related issues. So right now we are emptying out the SurfX Flush.
Emptying the SurfX Flush and pulling in the surf fluid storage medium behind it.
Right.
And typically what I'll do is once I know my surf lube is coming out, my air pocket there, I will run probably about a half a gallon to a gallon fluid out the end of the hose before I close everything up.
Okay.
Alright. What do we do? Can I hold that? Surfex out. Now we have nothing but surf fluid coming out. We ran about a half a gallon through once it started coming out. Now we closed the block. And now your system is set up for long-term storage. Your system is flushed and clean. You just leave the drum pump, you leave the drum pump in the 5 gallon bucket, put your hose up, shut your system down. You're done. And then you want to, of course, properly dispose of the used product in accordance with your local EPA act.
Exactly. That's a very good point that, you know, we do not recommend the spent material, the spent Surfax Flush 2000 or Surflube to be dumped anywhere, okay? You know, you need to follow your state, local, you know, state environmental regulations to dispose of the material. One thing that Mobile Specialty Products USA certifies is these products are non-hazardous, non-HAPS, and non-flammable. So, you know, you should be able to dispose of the spent material, spent Surfax Flush or Surflube or NCD IsoFlush, and the cost varies from state by state, but typically for a 55-gallon drum of spent Surfax Flush and Surflube and you know, all these products, Surflube, that you can mix them all together and put them in one 55-gallon drum is roughly around $125 to $150 per drum to dispose of it. And that gives you a peace of mind that, you know, you have all your paperwork, you know, filing paperwork for this, you know, use of the spent material, use and this storage of the spent material to have it hauled away. Well then, Danny, thank you very much.
Do we get to do this again? I'll practice next time.
I think you did a great job.